January 27th, Warren Select Board meeting. Any public comment this evening? Agenda changes.
Yes. We need to add, no, we need to make a, decision on one of the edits for the looters.
Okay, is other business okay, or
Yep.
do you feel like we need to do it sooner?
No.
Okay,
Before the end of the meeting is fine.
I know, but like, do we
Maybe
have the capacity? Where does it rank on priority?
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
just make it easier to make
Looter
decisions for
edit.
time.
The only, is the town, our report isn't on here, but we don't have to, do we want it? The one that you and I edited?
I looked
They
at
just
it.
have to
Looks fine.
Okay.
comments.
Okay, we can just add that to
Yeah.
the town report review, and SB report. Okay. Great. Anything for you? I move to enter executive session for personnel.
No, second.
Sorry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Okay, Kate, resuming regular session. We've just left executive session at 7:30 PM on 1/27/2026. And we have.
Devin, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
You can see my mouth moving, but you can't hear me.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay,
Sometimes the
hi.
owl takes a minute to wake up.
Hi.
Okay, we're resuming regular session.
Are you recording?
I don't know.
He doesn't.
Yes,
yeah.
recording. 1/27/2026. And we have an action.
I'll make a motion to put through a payroll increase for Jordan DeFriest to $33.50 as of the first pay period in February.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
Joel and Kaylee second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you. Okay. Payroll increase. Moving right along. Lickety split. Municipal budget discussion. We are reviewing sewer and wastewater, the capital budget, and we're approving the municipal budget in general and the minutes. Okay. Decentralized wastewater.
Had a great conversation with Nate Fredericks, who's our wastewater, I guess, coordinator from Simon Operations. He made all of this make sense for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Finally. So contracted operations labor agreement, that is the agreement that we have with Simon's. To do, and it increases 4% every year for our contract. So hence the rate increase. It looks like 9.25 because we didn't know that it increased 4% as of last year.
Last year, so the
So that's
actual.
why it was,
I see.
it was more money than the budgeted number.
We've added, he probably added a little bit of money for the things that he was asking us for this past year.
Nope, that actually will go into pump station and collection system maintenance, which is the next
okay.
line down. So we also tailored these line items to flow better with what actually happens.
Great.
And so he felt like we could keep that at 9,500.
The pumping went up.
Mm-hmm.
Do we do more of that, or does it just cost more?
Septic tank pumping went up by via Kingsbury. Their rates went up.
Okay. And the rest looks like it's reflecting actuals.
The sampling,
Fluid
did you just talk
sampling,
about that?
That is what Stone Environmental does on our behalf. And they basically have to come and do sampling of the system. I think they come quarterly, maybe. So
Okay, up 4.94%. And then
yep. We took out
take
training and software. maintenance and repairs is no longer as of a couple of years. Nate we don't need the telephone system anymore, because it's all in the cloud. So that $100 from Waitsfield
Woohoo,
Telecom
we
is
saved
gone.
$100.
SCADA monitoring system, that is the system that's in the cloud, so that when somebody's alarm's going off, Nate gets an alert, he comes and takes care of it. He felt like we could keep that the same. We felt like we could keep the administration / billing at 6,500. Benefits, I think we sort of don't know. We shoot in the dark about benefits. And then the annual operating fee that's the state expense that we pay. And then the quad extreme sampling, that is also Stone Environmental, and that is their new rates for 2026.
Okay, and we're getting rid of surface water investigation, nutrient loading.
Yep, that is what did Amy tell me? That's every 4 years, so that'll be up again in 2027 or 28.
Just out of curiosity, with the aquatic stream sampling, we budgeted 9,000 in 2025 and only spent 74, but their rate is 92?
Well, so I think what's happened here is there were some things that weren't coded correctly.
Yeah.
And
had trouble with that.
I don't have anybody to work with now to go in and look at that and make that change. So I think that's what happened there.
So you think it really was closer to 9,000 and it's gone up to 9? Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's why some of the other lines are a little over budget because they weren't coded correctly. So going forward, having my conversation with Nate, he is asking if I'm unsure about anything to send it to him, and he'll make sure that it goes in the right place. Okay. To sort of keep our budget where it needs to be. As you can see from the top, we do bring in, some revenue from this for the user fees.
More than it costs.
More than it costs.
So we don't have 2025 actually?
It's right there. 121.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking on the line. So maybe
Oh,
it's-
sorry, yeah, I updated the spreadsheet
Oh, okay.
for today. It's in your folder.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do bring in, roughly 100,000, the budget's 87.4, so.
Great. And then delinquent accounts, do they follow up with these people? Simons? Okay.
No, Carrie does. That's what Carrie
Carrie.
does. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is less than it used to be.
It does
Yeah.
seem like it, yeah.
Yeah, great. Any other questions on wastewater and sewer?
No, actually.
Can we move on along? Yeah, because he's gone.
Somebody settled that one. Okay.
Are we on to capital next, or do we want to finish? Okay, yeah. Okay, so I had asked a question about building improvements, and your comment was they're not all, oh no, sorry, that was in the main municipal budget.
Yeah, you asked why we put it in the municipal budget
Yeah.
if we have it here.
Yeah.
Sometimes building improvements aren't always a capital
Right.
expense. It could be that, the door fell off the hinges and we need to replace it,
Okay.
or,
Or,
Right, like, so it's a
They
repair.
changing the table.
Okay.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are for bigger projects.
Okay.
That are
Understood.
over a certain
Thank
dollar
you.
amount.
I'm sorry, it's,
No, it's fine.
for some reason this is hard for me to understand. All right, you have not yet added in the sidewalk replacement.
I have not.
So where does that go?
So it's
Town
we put
improvements?
under town improvements for the bridge and sidewalk repair. Well, part of it went into town improvements, part of it went into bridge repair. So I think
For the one down here you're talking
This
about.
is
Correct.
the rest of Main
the
Street.
rest of Main Street we've got
But you're saying the
Yes.
other part you put into
Yep.
town improvements.
well, part of it
Now
went
we're
into
trying to
town
figure-
improvements, some of it went into bridge repair.
And now came out of.
So
I
this
did put in
200,000, is
yeah.
that
Well,
town improvements?
I did put it in. That's yes.
Okay.
But I don't know if we wanted to budget more because once we spend that 200,000
We're
But
back to
we're back to
110,
110.
597.
plus interest, which you see we made about 3,200 last year on interest.
Right. But we have town building renovations money too.
Correct.
So this 110 is for things outside of buildings.
Mhm.
So like, We were the cobblestones.
Yeah, cobblestones,
Right.
yeah.
I feel like we
Cobblestones, the
just, I
sidewalk.
think we just budgeted the 200,000. I don't think we put more in there. We don't have
Unless
any.
we have something that we're.
We don't
Well,
have
so
anything in mind.
the other thing that I don't know if is considered a town improvement would be the security cameras.
Yeah,
So-
I'm wondering about that too.
I don't
I mean,
know.
I don't know where else they would go.
Yeah, exactly.
Department of Public Safety.
Mm,
No.
no.
You know what
Their
I
equipment.
He's on there. You better watch out.
Look, see, Jeff.
He's keeping an eye on you.
So you know it's roughly 26ish. So as you could probably see from the quotes that I sent you guys, we're not comparing apples to apples.
No.
with
Yeah.
the two quotes.
Yeah, and I don't know what the
Um,
difference really
and
is.
Jeff and Brent and I felt very strongly that the guy from Green Mountain Security, who's just over in Williamstown, he just knew his stuff,
Yeah.
and he was more professional, and he was, it seemed like I mean, I think we'd still probably put out some type of RFP just to see if there was anybody else out there. Brent
Right.
just sort of
And
went online.
references on.
Yeah.
exactly.
That was the other thing I was
But
gonna
I think
security.
the
Well-
26,000 is probably in the range of what we're looking at
Right,
for this
so-
building.
Okay, so then the other big piece that we have to talk about is the bridge repairs for Trout Hall and Main Street, and this comes from Parent,
Correct.
389.5. And what did he say? Was that like we have to do that this coming year? It's like it's gonna fall into the river.
It's not going to fall into the river, but he said if we keep kicking the can down the road, it's going to be upwards of
How much was it?
389.5.
I was thinking.
Yeah. So that would be under bridges.
So that would come out of so if we put 150 in, we're at
Yeah, where are
650,
bridge repairs?
that would drop us down. And what other bridges, I mean, is this a
Well,
Andrew
so
conversation,
we
or-
just received $200,000 from the state for all the work that we did on the covered bridge. So I'm thinking that the 25,000 that we normally put, it was a reimbursement for all of that work that happened.
Finally, okay.
They're finally reimbursing.
Is
us.
that reflected in this
It's
balance?
not. It's not. It's so if
So
you can
then-
see, Blueberry Lake and Covered Bridge has its own line. I don't.
Oh.
I have to ask Dana. I don't see that 200,000 in there yet.
Doesn't look like it.
And it wasn't on any of the balance sheets. But it's come through in the bank. So I don't know if
Okay,
she just
but
hasn't
so
made a
it's gonna
transfer.
go into this, which makes this 3,333.
Yeah. So I think we can take this 25,000 out for Blueberry Dam and Covered Bridge.
Okay, great. Yes,
Take
right?
what?
Take it because this is actually 333,000.
Oh, so you
Sorry,
don't
Kaylee,
put
is
in
this
that?
hard for you? Does she have this updated one?
She should have this.
Or do we want to put it on the screen?
I don't know if I can
Okay.
from here.
I'm good.
You're good.
Don't worry about me.
So taking the 25,000, if that's actually 3, take this
And we
25,000
don't put
out.
anything in?
Don't
Correct.
put anything in. And add the 150 to bridge repairs. Then we're gonna call it 400 out of there. And we'll be at 665.
Add
We'll
the
be down to
150.
225.
Are you gonna put the
Bridges.
25 into bridge repairs? That's
She's
it's in
proposing
covered bridge?
adding 150.
I know, I'm saying, are you taking this 25 and adding it to that?
No, I was just scratching.
You're just scratching it?
Trying to get rid of them.
The other thing, I talked to Ruth, and she thinks that we could lessen the 55,000 that typically goes into town planning and development, since she's got 311,000 in there.
Yeah, I wish she had gotten a quote on that.
She said that roughly, if she remembers correctly, when she did the town plan, however many years ago, it was
Yeah.
around 17,000. So because that's a 7-year plan, it could be a capital expense.
That's a lot of money in there then that we've been putting in. every
Exactly,
year.
exactly. So I think, I think we could,
Well, it would cover, like, we would use that if we wanted centralized wastewater, or maybe we should be using that to pay Wayne Electric.
Town planning and development. It's a thought. Cause we're talking about taking a band for that,
alone,
right?
yeah.
I think we
We
I
pay
think we
something
did
out of that.
pay town
this
planning and
last
development to Bleeman Lamfair
that
this last time. The 42,000.
So that 311 is after that,
This is that 311 is the current balance as of December.
but, so 42 has already come out.
Yes.
So there's still money there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it sounds like we should not fund 55 to that,
I agree.
and not the 25 to the,
So you want to do 0 to town planning and development, or you want to drop that down to 25 or 20?
well, $311,000 in there.
It's a chunk of change.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
the
think
town
we-
plan itself is probably gonna come in under 25.
Mhm.
And then that town
I
plan
think we-
should inform how we move forward with our capital expenditures. In some
In
degree.
some degree.
And so we'll have a better understanding of where we need to be putting money.
Mm-hmm.
But I
It
think
just
we
feels
did,
to me like we're trying really hard to bring this budget in without a huge increase. We
Mhm.
are already at, I don't know, at this point now, probably 4%.
Mhm.
Well, and then we'll have to add this to the.
And then we're gonna add the capital
Bottom
budget.
line.
If there are things that we feel like we have the money for, and we know, like, we're gonna turn the page and look at the equipment expenditures, which we're like in the red for the next 900 years on. That bridge feels like a priority.
Mhm.
So if we don't fund the covered bridge and the Blueberry Dam or town planning and development this year, that frees up 80,000. Do we add the 80 to the 150 that we're proposing for bridge repairs, or do we just still only fund? I mean, we all know that the minute a bridge goes, it's a massive expense. So what other bridges do we have that might be a concern? That was what Camilla was asking. West Hill, but we just did work to that one.
Mm-hmm.
The one on Bain Road. There's a bridge there.
Didn't we ask the question as to why that's even still a town road?
We did.
Yeah. I
Maybe
would
that's
say
part of the
that
argument.
Andrew could probably better answer that.
yeah,
We don't have time for Andrew to answer.
Yeah, no. But he also didn't say anything about it because he's usually pretty good about saying,
Yeah, if
Hey.
they need something.
Yep.
I guess, what if we funded half of that bridge repair, if we called it 390? So 150 and 45, 195 instead of 150. What do you guys think of that?
For the bridge
For
repairs.
the bridge repair and
195.
putting 195 in there instead of 150? So we're funding half the cost of the project? And using the reserve fund for the rest? This one here. If we made that 195
yeah.
and then pull the other 195 from here? Because it's basically going to be $400,000. What are your thoughts?
And this quote, the 389 was already, that's a quote that we
Parent
got.
gave us that quote.
Yeah.
He was really good about sticking to that,
Mhm.
those numbers when we had him look at the work for the sidewalks.
yeah.
It seems like a hard number that we can't get around.
Well, yeah, I mean, the only other thing would be to let that drop lower, but
Right.
I'm concerned about that. Why you want to increase it.
I guess my worry would be like a high water event or, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, no, I can get behind that.
So,
And I actually don't think, I mean, we have a balance of 504,000 in the reappraisal. That's for salaries. I don't anticipate us needing to put another 81,000 in there.
Wait, isn't that to pay NEMRIC?
They're 13.5
how did it get so high,
Quarter.
Rebecca?
because we just kept putting money in there and we hadn't done anything with it.
But the 2025, oh, we put 148.5 in
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah.
That was the actual, that's what we spent.
Okay.
I mean, I
Right,
think
that's what
most
we-
of what Nemrick's work has been is done, or going to be done.
That's what we spent. So you're proposing that we're gonna spend like 150,000 and we have a $500,000 balance.
Yeah, I don't think we need to put 81,000 in there again.
Yeah. Seems like
I
an
think
easy
we could
one
save
to
some money
max.
there.
And this fund will continue, and when we have to do another reappraisal, there will be funds in it.
Correct.
But we'll have to remember to fund it. If
We'll
we're not
have
gonna
to
fund it this
remember
year.
to fund it if we're not gonna fund it.
Right.
How do we remember to fund it if we're not gonna fund it?
Well, we'll
Well,
see
we
for
look
next
through it
year.
every year. And
You know, we could,
Okay.
you know, start small and, you know, doesn't have to be 81,000 every year.
We'll see what happens after this fiscal year. So
Yeah.
we'll take that 81 out of there.
Okay.
We've taken 55 out of planning and development, and we've taken 25 out of covered bridge.
we've put 40 into bridge repairs.
Yeah.
Another 40 into bridge repairs. Are you
Spoke
doing it in
to,
real time?
yep.
Where
Spoke,
are we at the
so,
bottom line?
so we're at 1.458 million.
And last year's budget.
Last year's was
1.136. But actual was 1.24.
mhm.
What have we?
But you have to remember that there's a balance, so people don't always have to put the, you know, if the highway department's getting a new truck, they don't need to put the full amount in for the truck, but, because they have a balance.
Right, we've got road paving at 440.
That's because it was already at 220 and then we put the 200 from the budget
Into there.
into there.
Yep. We're funding highway department equipment at 280 per the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Conservation fund.
Jeff's schedule is 150.
Conservation.
Conservation, so I talked to Hito
Yeah.
and he asks for 20 in the capital and then at town meeting
An
we'll ask for
additional
the
10.
additional 30. He said they've got some big things in the works,
And he's
He
gonna
does
present
wanna-
to that effect.
apparently.
Well, he better.
I think
or they're
they're
not
Yeah, he
gonna
has
give
to
it.
if he
Yeah.
wants us. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fire protection and standpipe, and then firefighter training and personal equipment. We've upped that to 40.
Yep.
controls for people crossing the road. One way to do it would be to possibly
Can you
set the
mute
up all the way back for the track.
I forgot I was in charge.
You are in charge. You like that.
I do I?
So
I was surprised.
So the library building improvement fund.
yeah, I wasn't sure there.
Where did I get
Where
30?
did,
where
yeah,
did
where'd
30
that come from?
I don't know.
What is it usually?
And it doesn't.
I
It
don't
was,
know.
It was something different
It
online.
was
Do you
so-
have your sheet pulled up? Cause it
Yeah,
was
I must have
different.
hit a typo. Cause last year we put in 5,000.
It
Yeah,
might be,
Where I got
might
I
have
think
been
that's what we
3,000.
usually do.
Maybe you just had an extra zero, it was 3 grand.
is it this one? Yeah.
What is this on here? Probably what I have on here.
30.
Library building, there's nothing. Which is what I would think, because we didn't, they haven't put
It
anything
was
in it.
5,000 in 2025. See it there?
It was the budget.
But we didn't do it? We didn't give them the money?
We did.
Well, we didn't,
So why
not
doesn't it show
reflected
up on
as
the
actual.
actual? Oh, that's interesting. That happens a bunch of times.
So actual means what they spent. What they actually spent. Doesn't
Out of
okay,
the
so
fund.
we
Yeah.
allocated 5,000.
Okay,
so
So
this
budget
is
is allocated or whatever.
Yep.
Okay. So this isn't 30,000 unless there was something else you had in mind.
I don't know where this is.
Good, let's take that out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that they've got some plans, you know, if things.
They didn't request, did they request?
They did not.
Can we just keep it level
Yeah.
at the 5,000 that it usually is?
Yeah, I've got to check that. I don't know why it's wonky like that. I'm sorry.
Town building renovations, we've been funding at 60. Did you guys see my email about the schoolhouse?
I did. I think you're right.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like to go the opposite direction,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I ran some calculations after talking with this other crew that specializes in historic buildings, painting and renovations, and their spitball estimate was 30 to 40,000, including repairs and painting, compared to what Roots Work had at 58.7, I think,
Which was just for paint.
just for painting, no repairs. And we were like, okay, so say we did strip it all and do more insulation and re-side and estimated at $200,000 for that work. At $40,000 to do repairs and painting every 7 to 10 years, like just for easy math, let's call it 10 years. That's 40 years out of, more than that, sorry. I gotta get to two. Right, you're gonna spend $40,000 4 times or 50 times, 5 times over 50 years before you ever spend the same amount of money that you spent on the one time re-siding and painting. Right, so we spend $200,000 now. We still have to repaint it every year for 30 or every 10 years for 30 grand.
Yeah.
So in 50 years, you've done that another 5 times. You're at another 150,000. You're at 350,000 expenditure in 50 years, versus spending 40,000 each time, 5 times, and you're at 200,000. So you never make up the $150,000 extra money that you spend to strip it and do it the way it should be. So the return on the investment just doesn't, it's not there.
And the door is open and closed all the time. There's a huge fan in there that's, exiting,
Right.
for the kitchen. Like, there's
The
no
efficiency-
efficiency in the
Right,
building
right,
to
to
begin with,
begin with.
because
Yeah.
it's just
Right.
it's just the nature of the
And
building.
the other piece that he said, if you were to re-side it, when we do that now, we know that like you want to seal that envelope, and in sealing the envelope of a really old building, you may cause more problems than it's worth. So I think after all of the conversations I've had and talking through it with Ellen 19 times, it's a poor siding job, and it may cost more than $40,000 to fix it, because this guy's like, oh no, you'd be surprised, we can pry those clapboards up. And I'm like, I've done my fair share of rotten clapboard repair. Good luck, man. He's gonna replace twice what he thinks he's gonna replace.
Well,
'cause
let's get him to sign on the dotted line
they're
then.
gonna shatter, and it's gonna be hard. But even that will cost less.
Yeah.
So how does that?
So
what
all
you're
of
saying
that is to say, I don't think we need to put extra money into the building improvements fund to repair the
For the
schoolhouse. I
schoolhouse.
think we have money in the fund. If we keep doing what we're doing, we can handle the renovations that are needed on our buildings. And I have spoken with Roots Work. They are still willing to spend that money to do the repairs.
So I also think Jeff wants to speak to, they need to have some work done to the Sugar Bush station.
Yeah.
They believe it's to extend one of the doors so that the ladder truck actually
Actually
fits
fits.
in there.
Probably a
Jeff, do
really
you want to
good
speak
idea.
to that a little bit?
Or
Yeah, I got it.
before you do, are you guys good on what I'm explaining? Kaylee, do you have any questions about the schoolhouse? Anyone?
Nope, not at this time.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff. Please.
No problem. So we had an engineer look at the Sugar Bush station and what would be involved in raising the door opening for the ladder truck by approximately, I believe it was 8 to 10 inches, which would allow us to actually have the basket on the fire truck. In the wintertime, we could actually put chains on the ladder truck and we could actually get it out the door. The engineer basically came back with a full set of building specs and drawings that we knew the town would want to see. And I believe that we haven't put it out to bid, we haven't done an RFP or anything else, but everyone that we've talked to, they said it could be anywhere between $14,000 to $17,000. That would be a new garage door, new rails, cutting the concrete header that's above and putting in a steel header, redoing the outside facade so that it's clean and has been, and then also replacing the trim that's all rotted around the doors.
Doesn't sound like that much.
I was
No, it
gonna,
doesn't.
That sounds cheap.
oh, I thought, yeah, that's what I just
Yeah,
thought.
yeah.
I was like, that doesn't sound like enough money.
Yeah.
So the pricing came from one of the guys who does insurance claim work, and as he put everything into it, he said that was the number that he came out with, and he thinks that we can actually do it for less, because some of the work can actually be done by our guys.
Okay, so you want $20,000 to fix the doors.
Yes, please.
Out of town building, out of town.
Is that town
Building
building
renovations?
renovations?
Yes. And we would also get a letter from Sugar Bush because technically it's their building. They've given us the verbal, yes to go ahead and do it. Now we'll get a letter in writing signed by John Hammond saying that he's okay with us doing the work on the building.
Are they gonna help pay for it?
No.
No.
I think we need to sit down with them at some point in the next year or two and talk about that station. It's been a long time coming.
I
Okay,
agree.
I'm totally fine with you having $20,000 out of that fund
Yeah,
and
please
keeping,
get that done.
yeah, and
Yeah,
keeping
use
this
that
at
truck.
60,000.
Yeah, good.
We should be able to, isn't that our new truck?
Yeah.
Newish, yeah.
Hmm.
All right, so
Okay, where else are we?
200,000 for town improvements. That's for the sidewalk.
That's the sidewalks.
Town planning and development, we zeroed that out for this year.
Yep,
11,000 for wastewater is what we normally do.
okay, and this is
And that's
our
for-
fund for like if we have to
Yeah.
fix a thing.
Correct.
Okay.
Fix a valve cover or
Okay.
all that stuff. As you can
Cemetery?
see, we didn't spend anything. They were fine with 15,000 for cemetery.
Okay.
So that's, just so you know, that's, I believe it's 10,000 for repairs that need to be done, and then we're starting to put money aside to be able to do improvements in the future for the road and that kind of thing. So 5 of that
Is the
would be-
10 gonna do the fencing that has been on the list?
some of the fencing, possibly. We may do it in pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We zeroed out Blueberry Dam and Covered Bridge. 2,000 for public safety major equipment. And then all of a sudden,
Is that Jeff's truck?
that's
He drives a Lego
yeah,
truck?
exactly. And then all of a sudden, when I was looking at all of my capital stuff, there's line items for Brooksfield improvement, and there's 61,000 in there, which I never knew we had. And then Lister's training, which I didn't get a chance to ask, but there's only, there's only 900.
$898. Can that
Side
buy?
little number.
Can that buy us Chinese food for the next?
So,
So I will have to talk to somebody or do some research on what the intent was for the Brooksfield
And it
improvement
just
stuff. I don't
started
know if-
last year?
No,
That's
no,
interest.
I don't think so. That's just
Okay.
interest. I don't know when this started.
But we
don't
haven't been
remember
putting
ever
money
seeing
in it.
Correct.
It's just,
Correct.
it's, so
But-
we have to see when it started.
And we should keep it in mind when we think about whatever it is that the rec.
Well, bollards and,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, all that stuff, we would
All
think
the
that's
things.
what that would have come.
It wouldn't be, the wastewater is funded separately, even though that's there. So,
I mean, it's weird because in
It's
2024
not-
it says 0, and then all of a sudden
Right.
it's come back. So I need to talk to the bank, or Dana, whichever. But it looks like it's roughly $60,000 in that account, if it still exists. So like I said, I need to talk to her.
Definitely make sure we have the account.
But it hasn't been in the budget for the last couple of years. So, but I just wanted to be transparent about where those came from.
so where are we now?
So we're now at 1,433,000.
1,433,000.
Which is
Still more than
last year's budget,
last year's budget.
300,000 left.
Yeah.
But I also think that we're doing projects that have needed to be done
That's basically
for a long
the
time.
bridge.
The bridge, the sidewalk.
The bridge and the sidewalk.
and I can't tell you how many people have commented on the work that was done, this past summer,
So
so.
are we, what about highway equipment? Are we trying to make up for that?
This is a little bit higher than what was projected. 250 was in the projection that we inherited, right?
Yeah,
So you've added 30.
no, it was, Andrew said it always was supposed to be 280 after last year, or the
Yeah.
year before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's got a grader replacement coming up and that's $500,000.
Yeah, and we're still underfunded.
Correct.
Well, that's
But
what
I
I
think
wondered.
where he said 280 should be fine, that's where he and Jeff really want to work with Harvey.
Yeah, and I liked Harvey's suggestion that in this next year, we take up these equipment schedules,
So-
reprice things,
Mhm.
look at
Leave
what
it
our
as it
needs
is for
are.
now.
And
Yeah.
then to Harvey's point, like, what are our needs changing? And do we need all of these things? Do we need different things?
Right.
And what does that look like?
Right. But Andrew and Jeff are both fine with the 280 and the 150.
Why, why are they referred to as 30-year equipment fund and 25-year equipment fund instead of highway and fire?
I don't know the answer to that.
Bob?
I will tell you that those are probably very outdated.
Yeah.
So Andrew and I have a different 30-year equipment fund, and I think Jeff's might not be, but I know that the vehicles listed are probably not accurate. So,
Okay.
Okay.
So that is going on the project list.
Got it. Got it.
Kaylee, do you have that up? Is that because you're the master of that project list? I know you're gonna, not be managing anymore. But can you throw that on there,
I can try, yes.
please and thank you?
So
Okay.
on your list, if possible reorg of Muni building and town hall library.
yeah, so I
Is that
wasn't
not
sure where we wanted to add, and if those, we haven't gotten anything back obviously from,
I feel like we just use the fund that we have.
I agree.
Town building renovations has 212 in it. We're putting another 60 in. The conversation that
We
we had
asked-
with Weeman
yeah.
Lanfear was like, we want to reorganize things and we're not looking to do build out.
Right.
We just want to move stuff around.
Mhm.
Like if we have to buy a couple of wall partitions,
Right.
okay, but like we're not trying to renovate the building.
Exactly.
Okay, so those
Yeah.
can be,
One of the
As
things,
minimal as possible.
yeah, one of the things that we know
So-
this building needs, and hopefully when we get our property management team on board, is like we have to figure out why there's so much water in the basement and how to stop that from happening.
Yeah.
Because then we could effectively be using it for storage of files, which right now is like dangerous to do.
Yeah.
Which building is leaking?
This one.
This one.
down.
That one is sort of better over there.
Because we did a bunch of work.
Because we did a bunch of work, but yeah. Okay,
Okay, so where does that leave us?
so are we good with the 1.433?
I don't think we can do any better than that.
I don't either, I think we did a good job
I
of,
think we
Yeah,
shaped
slash
some
as it
stuff.
is.
yeah. I
Okay,
think
So
one
then
of
we-
my suggestions, I know that we're not doing town meeting tonight, but is to put a lot of these things in the presentation so that people know we're paying attention to the needs.
yep.
So,
Okay, and then as far as the municipal budget, we've gone through all of this. Rebecca, I imagine you've got things highlighted that we're looking at.
Yep.
To just clarify, one of those things is the highway crew salaries.
yeah, I just need to,
Will be updated
Yeah, I will update that.
with what we have here approved for Jordan
yep,
and the allowance for hiring a sixth crew member.
Right, we agreed to put in for
9 months,
at
32 hours.
2,000 or $32 an hour. And then how do we estimate benefits?
And the spreadsheet that
Yeah.
I have, it sort of, there's formulas
them.
that
It'll
vary
just
all the way through.
auto-populate all of that.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess we can't know right now how all of that affects the bottom
Correct.
line and the percentage.
Correct, because also, we need to add in
Capital.
capital to the total gross expenditures.
So it
Okay.
won't be, so are we voting on this budget tonight, or are we waiting?
Well, so I think we can approve, well, let me see real quick. What?
Because we haven't talked about whether this number's staying
The
the same or not.
treasurer,
Yeah,
right.
and I don't even know how to figure that out, what that number would be.
Were
we
you able
switch
to
to
pull
part-time.
some equivalents?
It's in your folder.
Just didn't get here in time to actually
That's
look
okay.
through my folder.
In your folder, not mine.
Just mine?
Oh. Is it in mine?
No, it's just in yours.
Yeah.
Is it in the orange one?
Yeah.
But this is, so these are hourly wages.
These
But
are
do we know how
hourly
many hours?
wages and.
It says that they're full-time equivalents.
They are,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not convinced that we,
What do you
Yeah,
mean
full-time.
full-time, what do you mean when you say that?
it's,
But that these are for full-time positions?
Mm-hmm. That's an hourly rate for a full-time position.
Well,
In a town that's around the same size as ours.
similar grand list is what I asked her to look for.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm not sure that matters all that much.
yeah, I mean,
So all of these towns have full-time treasurers?
Most of them. Some of them do, some of them don't. I didn't look whether it was full-time or part-time.
Okay.
I just looked
It
at the
shouldn't
hourly
really
rate.
matter about the hourly wage, whether it's full-time or part-time, right?
what the wages?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
just for our calculation,
Yeah.
trying to
So,
figure
but
out.
with the average being 31.75 to 36.68,
Right.
we could go with 34.
38.
Which would be
Oh,
the
here's the
average.
average.
I mean, that's not an average though.
That's not,
That's a range.
but that's not even the
It looks to me like if we landed at 34 with someone with experience,
Right.
we'd be safe.
range. Right. But
Wow.
how do we, no, I mean, I think in the salary comparison, in the VLCT thing, right?
Yeah.
Didn't,
Ours is only listed as an annual payout. There's no hourly.
right, but calculated at 20 hours,
Uh,
I believe. She had it reported as 20 hours, right? And
oh,
so
right.
if
And
you
it was
did the-
56. So
Right.
52 divided by 20. It's 53.85 an hour. That's what I was saying.
Oh, at 20 hours.
Yeah.
But we were paying it as a
$54 an
full-time,
hour.
that's what it is.
Right.
So if
So
you
do
at
it as a
37 and a
full-time.
half, yeah. What does it come to?
Where are we at? 56.
That was the confusion.
26.92.
So 31 is certainly more than.
Yeah. Okay, so if it were at 32, 20 hours a week, we'd be at 640 a week. That's 52 weeks. 33,280. Okay. Do we want to put a little give in that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, what do you think?
What was the number?
33,280, and that's it. 32 an hour. Let's see what
40.
it would be at if we go to 35 an hour. $36,400. Yeah, let's put 40 in.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna put 40,000 in?
Yeah.
So let me see what that does to benefits.
Yes, we really just don't know how many hours it's gonna
Yeah,
take.
we don't know. But from the conversations that I've had, it
Yeah, under
yeah,
full-time,
it's definitely
not
gonna
full-time,
be
but-
reduced. And then
And that
that
will change
also
the benefits
changes the
line.
benefits line. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
So,
I don't drink Coke. Do you drink soda?
No.
I saw your lovely wife and one of your children over here. They're so tall and large now, I don't know. Oh right, the big one's gone.
Yeah,
You saw?
totally.
I'm updating our project list. I added the building maintenance plan and work plans, as well as the reorganization of the building, which is already on there, but I just put it as a priority for this year.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you want me to add while I'm here?
We've talked about a couple of things. What were they? I think those are most of them.
most of them.
Roots work lease.
Right, okay.
Please and thank you. Okay, how do you want me to run numbers for the highway so that we can put it in?
I did put it in.
Oh.
It's gonna be, I don't want this on report. Looking that out, am I?
If Harvey were here, he'd just be doing these numbers
Yeah,
in his head.
exactly. So I have for the highway department, a grand total of, 525,307. And I haven't done benefits yet. That's assuming that, there's. I'm just talking to myself.
That's okay. Did you look at artwork?
Yeah,
Did you bring any pictures?
I thought we were just voting on these and
Oh,
the ones that were available.
what do you like?
I like this one the best.
No color? You like that better than this?
Yeah, I like this one the best.
I like the color. I don't like this one. Is this like a romantic painting? Is that what it
It was just sort of,
We were just chatting about pictures while Rebecca was running numbers. Did you get a chance to look at any of them?
You did?
What did you like?
I like this one. I like this one.
Joel likes this one the best.
Yeah,
I like this one better.
yeah.
Kaylee, did you
Yeah,
get
it's
a
got a
chance
big
to look at
tie.
the pictures?
I haven't looked yet. I trust your judgment on it.
It's
Well, we
they're
need your
on that
vote.
email. On the agenda email?
Okay, well, look.
Yeah, take a look.
But yeah, those were my two choices.
I like the way that it like I
I do too.
all of
Yeah.
the buildings. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
The placemaking piece,
The town
right?
green.
Yeah. Are you
Okay.
finished?
Yeah.
Did you do benefits?
yep.
Uh
Okay, so, we are up 7.12%.
Really?
Going back to that random line item about the Brooksfield, that 60K that we found,
Yeah.
is that where that 20K for the PTO would come from if the town chooses to allocate that at town meeting or no?
No, we get that from the forest
Forest
service money.
No, she.
Yeah, but we changed the article last time,
Oh, you mean
last
if we
meeting, didn't we?
Yeah, we changed
We
the
didn't?
article so that it isn't the Forest Service money. It's just an expenditure.
Right.
Could that money, then it would have to be earmarked for the playground.
Right, you're right.
Yeah.
It would have to be earmarked for the playground. It wouldn't get a
Couldn't be
PTO.
PTO,
less.
no.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
But did we put that in anywhere?
So we didn't, because it's typically the forest money
Right.
that just automatically,
No, but, right.
It
but-
shouldn't be for the playground. It should be for what the PTO uses
No.
it for, which is the eco program and
But it
the
isn't
ski.
I'm just saying
reflected
it's
in the
not
budget
in the
because
budget,
it's an
right.
article. We never do that.
right.
the monies that get added in as articles
Right.
increase the budget even
Yeah.
further.
Right.
Okay, well,
So we went from 4.53 to 7 something, reducing the treasurer, but increasing the highway
Highway and
and the what?
the benefits for the highway
Yeah.
and the on-call pay.
Yeah.
Jesus,
This is
huge ask.
so painful.
I mean, I can bring the on-call pay down, to 13.5, because last year we spent 13.1, but we're still at 7% for an increase.
You know, I don't know what more we can do, except, you know, what more we can do to bring a budget that is lower. I don't know if the town will accept it. And that's tough at town meeting
Yep.
to have it not pass.
Yeah, what happens then?
Well, you make, in theory, you make adjustments
On the fly in the meeting?
in the meeting, right? I don't know, I haven't had it happen.
I've never seen that happen, so I don't know.
In order to bring it down,
We're,
anything reasonable, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
That's the new staff person that we just approved.
yep, exactly,
Yep.
exactly. $130,000 or something, right?
I still think it's worth it. It's just I mean, there's an inevitability of the town, of someone not being there at some point, and something drastic is gonna be a problem.
It's also the town garage,
Right.
That's true.
principal and interest payment.
Oh, that's been added.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That is, I mean,
That
that was
makes
the
sense, 'cause
300
it's
I
and
was wondering when that was gonna show up. I was like,
367,000.
why isn't that showing
Where
up?
is it?
It's under other expenditures down at the bottom.
We hadn't gotten there yet in our like
Right.
desire to find hundreds of thousands of
Yep.
dollars.
Well, that makes more sense. I mean, that we expected.
Town garage bond, $367,638. That put other expenditures up 76.89%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so 7%.
I mean, it's gonna be more than 7% once we add the capital in. I don't have the capital in this.
This is awesome.
Really?
It's not with the total.
How do we do that?
Well, I've gotta work some things, but it'll be,
But is it, if it's not in here, it's also not calculating last year's capital.
I don't understand what you're asking.
Well, so how can it be, it can't be a percentage increase over last year if capital wasn't included in last year's.
It was included in last year's. So we're looking at $5,411,000 for a budget.
Right, but so this net town expenditure, right, this one,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't include capital.
It did include capital.
This number doesn't,
Yeah.
2.843 doesn't include capital. Because it's calculating just the
Right,
municipal
right.
budget. Right,
So
so,
last year, I don't know if anybody has the town report.
I just,
So that's what happened when Harvey asked me to delete the capital from it, is it screws all the formulas up. So that's what happens with spreadsheets.
The capital was in it?
It was for a long time, and then Harvey asked me to
So
take
the
capital
net
out.
town of Warren municipal budget last year for 2024 was $6,020,992.40. Where are we right now?
$5,411,53.
5,411 and 53. So that's down.
Like I said, I don't know because I
Yeah.
don't have all the capital in here.
4 million. Oh.
Where are you? Where am I? Oh, sorry. Taxes
Did we have
raised.
the budget?
Is this the
You're
right
like,
one?
I'm looking at the
Probably should go
right thing,
the
Devin.
budget, the budget page.
You're in the wrong
To-
place.
Net town expenditures? Total, gross, what are we looking at, gross or net?
Gross.
Oh, I was looking at net when I was
Gross was 4,820,000
Yeah.
last year. Capital was
.136.
yeah, so total gross was 4,820,000. And this year, what's 5? You said it.
5411053.
Alright, do that again. So 5411353.
It's like $600,000 more.
Yeah.
600,000 more.
Three,
mean,
that makes sense.
300,000 is,
That was level
you know,
funded plus the
yeah.
position and the fire and the garage.
How do I do that? If this is 100, then what is this?
So we'll be up about 9%. Is that what we said?
Probably.
Last year was up 8. It feels like we worked really hard to keep things as low as we could without creating too much risk.
Nice, it just, oh, I got it right here. 4, 8,
So we know.
20. So I'm seeing basically a 10.92% increase.
11%.
Well, the only alternative, the only option is to claw back the 6th person. If we feel like we need to do that.
Which would bring us down not that much.
No,
Not that much.
maybe 100,000. That's not, it won't even be 100,000 because 9 months is not equivalent to,
Right.
just basing it off of
So it's the town
what a
garage.
It's the town.
It's the town garage,
Definitely
yeah.
town garage.
So we get the.
And regular increases, COLA,
Yeah.
utilities.
So you add the.
All right, what do we do, team?
We could sell the LOT.
We could sell the LOT.
I just added the LOT to our project list as we were having this discussion.
There you go.
I mean, that was, Josh said, what, $400,000 conservatively that Warren would be able to make off the LOT, which would make the difference $200,000 this
So
year.
basically the budget will trigger, will definitely make that conversation more lively.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a conversation we're planning on having at town meeting. Do we want to?
Right, but
I think we need to be
I think
prepared.
it will, well, it could come to the floor during the budget conversation, not necessarily be
Right.
an article to vote on.
It can't be an article to vote on though. Unless
But I'm sure
previously
it will
warned.
come up. Yeah, and I think we all agreed that there hasn't been enough conversation to go ahead and warn an article. And
I don't think we
need to
could
have a much
answer the
bigger-
questions well
Right,
enough.
right.
Yeah.
And I don't think that the people on the floor there should be, able to vote on that. Would have to be on ballot.
Yeah.
We could have a slide ready just from that
Yep.
analysis, just in case it comes up and we're having the budget discussions, and say why we're interested in bringing up the discussion this next year.
I think that's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like usually when we're in this situation, we just sort of run through what the big ticket items that have increased the budget are. And the town garage is the biggest one. Adding a 6th person to the road crew. The utility increases, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
one of the bigger
Yeah.
items?
Is it? I don't even know.
It's inflation. I mean, it's everywhere.
You said 10 point what %, Rebecca?
And then some
Uh,
of the larger
10.92.
expenditures we want, like there's just been,
Sidewalk,
maintenance problems
yeah,
that we haven't dealt
exactly.
with, like the market and the sidewalks and the bridge and things like that, that like just drive the cost up.
Yeah, I mean, that's in capital, and capital budget did go up a little bit. What percentage was capital budget?
I don't know the answer to that. Took that off of my sheet.
It went from 1.136, which was budget, but actual was 1.24, so we were over budget anyway in capital. If that's how we look at it, I don't really know. It's confusing to me. So we budgeted 1.1365 and we're at 1.433. So if you want to run that calculation, my brain is feeling shot. I just tried to do math and I did it wrong, and I don't want to get more wrong. Okay, town garage, 6th.
So yeah, so we are adding, $300,000 there. Yep.
Wow, that's interesting, because 200,000 of that came out of the municipal budget for paving. And went into the capital budget.
So I mean, it's kind of a wash. Whether we kept it in
Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah,
change the
the
bottom
operating
line.
budget,
Right,
exactly,
we're-
it's still
we're
there.
Netting it out.
Roads have to be paved.
I think it's bridges and sidewalks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So town
Um,
garage bond, 6.
Road crew member,
Remember.
utility increases, I mean, they went doubled in some instances.
Yeah.
Capital funding for bridges and sidewalks.
I mean, that right there's $700,000, right?
I don't know what the exact number is for the 6th road crew. You told us the difference in salaries, but I don't know how that translated in benefits.
Yeah. It's
have
And it's only 9 months anyway.
yeah.
Okay, so are we voting to approve this budget? I don't know what to do.
I don't know where to cut.
Take mine.
Yeah.
Contracts. We, computer network support contracts, we had this conversation, but we spent 34, but we think we need to spend 42, right?
Yeah, that was, we split the difference of the new website. We put 7,000 in for new website, or website upgrades.
Guys, wait a second. I just want to reflect for a moment here. Looking at the book, our total gross expenditures last year budgeted was 8.07 over 2023.
Yeah. we're
So-
I think we're okay.
This isn't a this
huge
isn't
departure.
hugely
I know.
different.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And then, but where did we get to? Oh, it was our tax rate that we actually reduced last year
Mhm.
Right.
from the year before, even though the budget went up.
And there will be some general fund money that.
There will be some, but our general fund is down a little bit, so we might not be able to use as much as we did last year. Remember?
I don't know. I'm not
Is
sure
there a
about
general
that.
fund?
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I thought we had had that conversation that it was lower than usual.
I think, let me just see this for a minute.
Yeah.
I just wanna see what our delinquent taxes were last year. Cause I actually
it
think
was 76.
we're
or 78,000.
better. This year, we're in a better place.
Oh, people have been paying. So we've got a 2% increase more than usual, or more than last year.
More than.
And we
Yeah,
added
more than
an
last
entire $10 million project that we are also funding.
Wait a spin.
Nice job, team. I feel better already. Kaylee, how do you feel?
I don't want the government to take any of my money.
Yeah, well.
My husband told me, stop paying taxes to the feds.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if it works that way.
Like if we could just all agree that we should just stop paying taxes,
Exactly.
I think we
Everybody has
should.
to agree.
I wish.
Let's play the row. Okay, do we have a motion to pass this budget? And where are we at the bottom line?
5,411,053. I think we're okay.
Anyone? Anyone?
Oh, come on.
I move to approve this budget.
Thank you, Joel.
For fiscal year 2026 at $5,411,053.
Yeah.
I second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
I.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Said it with the same enthusiasm as I do every year.
Okay, we are looking at the articles now. And we are writing in our actual.
No, so what we're gonna do is, everything is finalized except for that. There's a second page that you all will sign. And
Okay.
I will combine them.
Okay.
But we just need to,
Right, you
Yeah.
know that this is
Yep.
5411053.
yeah.
And
And if we find a way to cut some money, we can always amend this at town
True.
meeting.
That is
right,
true.
if Harvey shows up and he's like, you guys totally screwed this up.
Right, right.
You did run all the formulas.
Yes,
You did.
I did.
Okay, I think we did this, the only amendment, since we looked at it last, was a conversation with Misha, and that amount came down to 15,150
Good
for the
job,
implementation fund.
We changed the dates for the taxes.
Waitsfield did approve also putting this on their agenda for town meeting.
Misha knows that he's gonna come and,
He is, and I ran through this with him and I was like, okay, our meeting starts at 4. I think we're on to Article 3 30 to 45 minutes in, but y'all know I'm not so good at this time estimation stuff when it comes
Well, and
to
it's just
meetings.
hard to know how long the budget part of it will take.
Exactly.
That's
Sometimes
the
it's
thing.
forever. Last year it was like, okay.
Yeah,
It's like,
sometimes it's 15
okay.
minutes, sometimes it's 45 minutes.
right.
So because he will need to be at both. Do you know what time Waitsfield's meeting is supposed to be?
I don't, but I can look on their website.
They're usually during the day, right? Morning? Did they
I don't
move?
remember.
I don't think they moved theirs. I think they're still.
Last year Wastefield was during the day, I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be great if they're not overlapping. Okay. Town hall, library, that's been amended. Rebecca and I changed the dates for the taxes,
Yeah.
so they're due on the 17th and delinquent after the 16th, so it doesn't fall on a weekend,
Right.
which we've never done before, but seems
We
appropriate.
haven't?
We have to give,
They're
at least 30 days
after them being
after
billed
the, yeah.
to do, which
exactly.
is August 17th. So we went later and so,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, they have their
That's
meeting at
conversation,
9 a.m. last year.
Yeah, I think they're still in the morning.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would have Misha be there earlier.
Rather than later. Yeah,
Yes,
I
we don't
think
want
he's
to skip
probably,
an
he was
article.
gonna find out on his own,
Okay.
and so I can let him know to be there, you know, if he can just come at 4, that would be good. But 4:15. Do we have any other questions?
Just confirming, we still have that hotly contested article on there around what time town meeting will be held the next year.
Oh, yeah. Article
That's the fun
9, to
part.
set the date,
Okay,
time,
great.
My
place.
husband gets to stand up and talk.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, right.
Okay, do we also need to do the list of offices?
No, I think I've gotten those pretty much figured out.
Okay.
That was
We do
totally
need to approve the articles though. Do these look good to everybody?
Yep. I move to approve the articles as written
Right.
for
And
the
the
2026
signature.
town meeting.
The signature page is in your folder when you guys get ready to sign.
Okay.
Second,
Thank you.
All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Just a quick question. Should it
Not this
say that the money that they're asking for goes on top of the budget? I mean, these are,
I think they know that.
Everybody knows. I think
okay,
they know
that's just
that.
something
At
known.
this point, yeah.
Okay.
Should be.
Will they not print that?
I think the moderator will often say, and now we move to, you know, these articles, any further funds
Speaking
that are
of
approved will be added to the budget, yeah.
the moderator, yeah.
I have not heard back from Josie.
Do we want to start
somebody wants to-
reaching out?
Pop into Lawson's and see her face to face. I might try to do that this weekend.
Okay. She hasn't called you back.
She hasn't emailed me back.
Oh, do you have a number?
I do.
Will you try calling?
Yep.
And
Kaylee, can you stop tomorrow and sign the article, the warning?
No, I thought you were asking me to go to Lawson's.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with that.
I mean, we could do that too. but-
Yes, I can stop in the office. Yes, I'll stop by tomorrow.
Great, because Brent is itching to get this posted. We have to post it by Sunday.
okay. I feel like Andy did say if we needed someone, he would be willing.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's put another bug in his ear and
Yeah.
back up.
I think he would be great.
I think it would be kind of funny.
It
Like,
would be
really,
kinda
not even
funny,
a year
actually.
away, Andy.
Couldn't stay away from the table, huh? Are we voting on the cover?
Yeah, let's do that. Did you get a chance to look at those, Kaylee?
I did. I like the green one. Very green one.
Just the pavilion?
Mhm.
Oh, that was my
The
favorite.
black and white one is cool too, but I like the color of the green.
I like the whole town green myself.
Kaylee, this is the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Camilla and Joel, what is the other one? Sorry, Joel, I'm not trying to leave you out here.
You gotta show the camera. I mean, the owl, not
Oh,
the
not the.
computer.
Okay, Joel's favorite one is this.
Okay.
Camilla's favorite one is this.
Okay, I like that one.
I like this one better
Okay.
than this one.
Yeah, I like I think we need some color. Be good.
I do agree with you that this is my favorite. Look, I'm not even, I just think it came out,
It's
it
very
came
cool.
out really nicely.
It is very cool.
Yeah, I think it's
I
beautiful.
like this perspective.
I like the way this is us,
Town,
Yeah.
yeah.
right? Like
Right.
this represents
Yeah.
our
It's our
space.
core right there.
Yeah. And I like how it shows the seating of the pavilion, the much contested location.
Oh, the seating, yeah.
But you know,
So
like
that's the
how
seating.
how it fits in
Yeah.
this little
Mhm.
world is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
So would we be okay with this one,
Yep.
Yes.
Joel?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
So moved. I don't think we need to vote on it.
I don't think so either. I think it's just your decision.
Thank you for doing that.
Mhm.
And
And then just
do we should credit the photo
Yep.
to Mary.
Okay, so
Oh,
can you
yeah.
just give me your name?
It's yeah, the woman that did the professional photography for us.
Oh.
It's a drum shot.
Oh, for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
for my
okay.
company.
I was like,
She
we
she
have
took these
professional
photos. No.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. Definitely. Yeah, I wonder who did that.
Okay. What's next?
Other business.
I lost my-
Dedication.
Oh,
The dedication. Did you all read through that? Did you make
yeah, there are a
that?
couple of edits.
I did make
typos.
those,
You
yeah.
do? Okay. That's, I think they were great.
And you're
I
gonna
like them.
play with formatting.
What was the deal for me?
I did format it.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
They were
Thank
like
you.
weirdly
Yes.
spaced.
Yeah.
I did fix that today.
Thank you. The only thing that I was wondering if we could add was how long Toon served on the planning commission, because it was quite a long time, wasn't it?
Don't know the answer to that.
Is that something we can easily
Well,
find?
so
Brad should do it.
Michael Getzinger wrote that
Yeah.
for me, so I don't know. I guess we can add to it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I
I'll
think
ask Ruth tomorrow.
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
I
I
think
mean,
that's
just
great.
because we often, like, when we do our dedications, it's usually about town involvement, and that feels like it would honor his service. I think it was a while,
I think you'll just have to change the,
way it's written
Yeah.
there.
right.
You can run that by Camilla, she's really good at that stuff.
Okay.
She wordsmithed my report too.
Are you guys? Do you like that picture?
You did.
Do you like the picture that it was originally on there? What are you thinking? I just changed the picture. I got some feedback from Ruth, and she thought that picture was better of him. Because it was a picture of him on skis, but he was like turned to take a picure.
Who submitted the original?
Helen sent me a bunch of pictures.
Helen did? Oh, okay. No, I like that one.
Look, we
I mean-
Kaylee's face. Hi.
I mean, I think we could also ask Helen. But
She
She
said
didn't care.
any one of these. There was one of him with Bowie, which wasn't great. It was kind of fuzzy. There was one of him with his daughter, and then there was another one in his bike shorts. So I thought that one was probably
I'm
the best.
This is good with me.
Good.
I trust your judgment.
I didn't know if Galen would want to be in the town report or not.
That's
so.
fair. Keeping it to just him seems
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah.
And I think you've done a nice job. Okay. Dedication and cover done. Look at us.
Check. Look it.
We're only an hour behind schedule. Other business.
Okay.
Looters.
Okay.
What you got?
So Kaylee had a really good point about the piece on short-term rentals, the section on short-term rentals that's in the current draft of the looters. It was in there. If I went back and looked at the notes, and it said, you know, because we didn't have an ordinance at the time, that's why we included it when we wrote it. So I contacted Sharon, Ruth and I contacted Sharon, said, can we just take this all out? She pointed out that STRs are still a use, so they would fall under zoning, getting a permit for that use. We debated that one around. She gave us two options. She said you could take the whole section out on short-term rentals in the regs, and just exempt short-term rentals altogether. So they would be just you know, anything that's exempted doesn't require a permit or anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't wanna do that.
So that was, my instinct was that this group would not want to do that. So the other suggestion is to remove basically all of the, you know, criteria and that kind of thing. Shrink that section down to basically just saying that they still have to, any new short-term rentals, so with the land use regulations, if you're already, it would be anybody who's already got an existing short-term rental would be a non-conforming,
Pre-existing non-conforming.
pre-existing non-conforming, but the ordinance would still apply. So you're still required to follow the ordinance, which requires annual registration.
Yep.
But you would not have to go to the zoning administrator to get a permit. Any new STRs would have to get a permit for that use. That permit would then run, that use and that permit would run with the property ongoing.
Yes.
So that, my recommendation is that we ask Sharon to make the edits to reference the ordinance in the regulations and require a permit, keep them as they are. They're permitted, SDRs are permitted in every zone right now except for the forest reserve. So they just run as a use and make reference to the ordinance in the regs versus making them exempt and taking it all out.
Yeah. So they would have to pay a fee with zoning on top of their application fee.
Their zoning
But
permit.
that's totally normal.
Oh,
Any
okay.
development
Yeah, yeah,
pays
yeah.
a zoning fee.
Yeah.
I think that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you know, that
I think that's what would happen even if we didn't, if we did
Well, if
nothing
we
and the
exempted
SDRs were already operating. Law, like I'm putting my Peter Monty hat on, right? The STR is already operating. Someone files an appeal or a complaint against them. It's already been in operation. The law, I think, would say this is pre-existing, non-conforming. It doesn't have to follow this new land use development reg. That's at least how we've dealt with things up until now.
right, I guess what
She's formalizing that.
Ruth is pushing back and saying that she doesn't think it's a zoning thing at all, and that it's covered through the ordinance. It's a town ordinance, not a zoning regulation. And Sharon is saying, well, it's kind of both. The use is under zoning.
Yeah.
The ordinance
Is under
requires
operation.
registration. Yeah, exactly.
That's about the
So they're-
operating of, not the building of.
The one thing that Sharon suggested when we do make amendments to the ordinance is the way it's written right now, we call it a permit application, and that's confusing, I remember we had this conversation, we're like, is it a permit, is it a license, is it whatever? She said, if you change it to license application, then the registration piece goes with a license. You know, you're licensed to operate that STR,
yes.
but you still have to get a permit
That
from
makes
zoning.
sense.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
we should, yeah, so I wrote that down to make that amendment.
Great.
Okay, so clarification here, sorry. We are referencing the ordinance within the land use development regs for the operating of an STR, and those that have been operating prior to this regulation being passed are considered pre-existing non-conforming.
Right.
Any newly
Because
built.
they have not got a permit already.
Right.
Yeah.
Any newly built STRs will need to be permitted.
Not just newly built. If you change your use, basically. So if I decide to move to Florida for half the year and I want to start renting my home, I'm changing its use.
To an
From a-
STR.
Right. So
And-
I'd have to come in and get a permit for that, which I said, don't think everybody's gonna think that way,
Yeah.
but that
We-
technically would be the case.
And that is technically
It's-
already required. a
Right, any change of
use.
use, yeah. It's
So-
just that,
Yeah.
We would really want Carrie to watch out for any new applications or new licenses that come through.
that's what's helpful
Yeah.
with that whole
Okay.
thing is,
Got it.
yeah.
So
We can kind of monitor
how
it
does
way.
that, ooh, this is bad
I
timing.
know.
We currently have people applying for licenses. And if we warn the land use development reg,
So if,
They-
once we pass, well, on February 17th,
I thought it was once we warn it. No,
oh no, you're right, once we warn
once,
it.
like, which we're supposed to do
So
today.
if we're warned, right,
So anyone who.
actually, we'll be warning on Thursday.
Yeah,
So
Thursday is the
anyone
day.
who tries to get a license as of Thursday is no longer
not a-
pre-existing non-conforming?
No, if they're already, the license doesn't have to do with the permit. Everybody has to get a license. That's an ordinance.
Yes,
If you want to start using your place as an STR, and you haven't been,
uh-huh.
you should be getting a permit.
So basically,
Right.
right now,
Yeah.
I
Yes, but-
question whether it's a use. And I don't know,
It
I'm
is
sure
in the
there's lots of reasons behind it, but if you are an STR owner and it's a residential property and you're leasing it out like 6 months out of the year, how are you tracking the fact that it's 6 months it's residential and then 6 months it's STR? Like, I guess that's my confusion point is like, would people have to constantly change the uses that they file with the town to be able to do that? Or is there a,
I think you'd have both. You'd have dual use, like a home occupation is both a residential and a business use. They happen simultaneously. And so to draw the logical conclusion to what you're asking, Kaylee, I think the reason for it to be a use is so that you can restrict where it is a use or how it is a use.
Well,
like
it's
we've
also-
seen, what is it, Woodstock or one of them.
Different
Like
zones.
you aren't allowed to have STRs in the village district.
We can change.
Right? So like it's a way to allow for a municipality to control where an STR can happen.
And it's also.
I understand that, and I feel like we're not there yet when we're thinking about where and how we want to control that use, right? Like
Yeah, we're not controlling it. I'm not saying that we are. I'm just
but I think it's
We are on it. You're saying you
confusing
can't change the
to,
Forest Reserve District.
right.
So we have designated, we already in these draft regs, it says where.
right, but we also have
STR.
room occupancy limits and other limits outlined in looters, right? For STR uses, like,
That's.
So that would mean that are you drawing issue
you're
with
saying
the
exempt
way
it
we
altogether.
regulate STRs?
I'm just saying, it feels like if we put this regulation in place and it causes a lot of confusion for people who want to, like, say, start renting out their house or doing something like that, and they have to get a permit for a dual use, probably have to go through that rigmarole, and then in like 2 years, the select board decides to regulate STRs in another way because we now have the data to show that, like,
Then you're pre-existing.
it just feels like a lot of hoops for people to jump through if we don't actually have the data to say where and how we want to regulate where STRs are. Like, it doesn't make sense to me to like do that yet. That seems like a good amendment in 2 years.
So you
Does that make
would exempt STRs and just have them not, they're just an automatic use.
I mean, they would just be like an accessory dwelling unit or a residential
Which is
unit.
also-
Like, I feel like,
But an
which is all
ADU
regulated.
You require a permit for that. An ADU requires a
Right.
permit.
So I think one of the things that the looters tried to do with STRs is implement some of the safety regulations that we are concerned about with current STR operations. And so by putting it through the land use development regs, it allows it to just be done as it's created, instead of having a situation where people are operating all of these STRs and we're now saying you have to go spend all of this money to do what you've already been doing. So I hear where you're coming from, Kaylee, with like the intricacies, and like maybe it's sooner than we're ready to fully understand the STRs. But I do think there's value in having it as a permitted use and pulling a permit for it. And I also want us to think about permitting with respect to land use development regs. It's not a punishment. It's not even that difficult a lot of the time. It's just a matter of making sure that you're
So to be clear,
doing things
this is a
correctly.
permitted use, no site plan review, no DRB. The zoning administrator can issue the permit.
Right.
It's a very straightforward one. It's really just filling out, recording that use for that property. The other thing that Sharon pointed out was it helps distinguish between, say, a boarding house versus a short-term rental, which is also these are all
Permanent or
yeah,
conditional uses.
uses in the zones, and they're all listed.
I'm not.
Yeah, so
I'm not
just-
ready to exempt it, and I'm not ready right this minute to edit that piece of the ordinance.
And then I'll just add this, if we decided that we wanted to take it out altogether and exempt it, it would mean a lot of reformatting. She will not have it ready for warning on Thursday, the draft ready for us to warn on Thursday. So, because she'd have to take it out in all of the different
All the different
sections.
places.
So that was another reason.
What are your thoughts, Joel?
Man, I have no idea. The thing is super complicated to me.
I agree. So right now, if we were to vote, Kaylee, you would vote to exempt it?
No, I would vote. I'm okay with lay out the options again. I don't want to exempt it. If that's going to cause a headache, but I think I'm okay with the changing of the wording between the current permit to be a license and that to be a permit. I get that. I would suggest that we, on our permit application or our license application, ask if it's a permitted use of the property, like just to cover our base, just to like, from like a,
But
well, just thinking about like the townsperson experience of trying to go through all of the different permits that you need to pull, like / license that you need to pull. Like first we introduced the license and now we're introducing the permit. Can we just have a reminder somewhere on there of like, if this is a new use for your property, can you
if it's
register
a new,
with
I
the
think
town?
you just
Like,
have to say that if it's a new use, because you don't want to get people
Right.
confused that they have to
And that's what I was getting at
Yeah,
with
that was
respect to
my-
the timeline, because
Yeah.
if the new land use development regs go into effect as of our warning of them,
Yeah,
and someone hasn't registered as an
right, then they
as
sound
an
like they're
STR,
new.
technically,
But that's not a new use.
but what's
maybe
to
they've
say
been
it's,
trying
it
to
is?
rent
We
it.
don't
and no
know.
one's- But maybe they've been trying to rent it and it hasn't actually
They-
rented, and so it's just like. it's
I
just
mean,
confusing.
if they have, if we wanted to, if they have records to show that they, I mean.
If
in
we
other words,
wanted to
they-
follow it,
Yes,
yeah,
if,
I
if-
hear you.
If
Like,
they
we're
want to
making it a
contest, yeah, if they want to contest that it should, that
they
it should be
should need a
non-conform,
permit.
pre-existing non-conforming, then all they have to do is show that they've already they've already advertised it as well.
Well, and realistically, we're not going to be like knocking down the door. Like,
No, I
hey,
don't think
have
we're
you
gonna have
actually
people-
been renting this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, yeah.
Okay,
It is.
And I'm
it
okay
is
with that.
messy.
yeah, I'm okay with that. I think it's just
It's a little-
I think it's just gonna be confusing for people.
It is. It
Yes,
already
And it's
is. It
confusing for
already
me,
is.
and I kind of understand zoning, and this is
Yeah.
too much.
Okay, I built houses for a living and
Mm.
worked on the DRB for 5 years, and it's still confusing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little
it's even
But
confusing
but
for
even
Ruth sometimes.
when Sharon explained it to me, actually this little piece actually seems much less confusing to me. But
Right. Okay, so are we okay with her going forward with the edits, referencing the ordinance and allowing for pre-existing non-conforming to be exempt from getting a permit?
Mhm.
Okay. Joel, are you okay with that? Great.
okay, thank you.
Awesome.
I will let Sharon know tonight. She will have the edited draft to us on Thursday, which is when it is warned. Right? It'll go in the paper.
Yep, it went to Jeff
Did you-
today.
Oh, it did?
Mhm.
Okay.
And
I made some edits.
did we already, do we need
When did you
do we
send
need
it
to
to
vote on warning it?
I used what was
We
in,
already-
what was in the, I believe.
I
I
don't
can
know when
I can
went.
update Jeff.
Okay, sorry. Sharon had suggested edits to Ruth, but Ruth hadn't passed them on, so I went in and made some edits. I
Okay.
talked to Ruth about it. And
So don't
So,
we need to move to
we,
warn it?
we already moved to warn it.
Oh,
We just didn't have the language.
Okay.
Right? Didn't we move to warn the hearing for February 17th?
Yes,
So,
you're right.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Are we done? Signing stuff? Guys?
Sign away.
It's only been 3 hours and 5 minutes. You wanna stay longer?
Yeah.
Okay, let's sign stuff.
We can't do it.
Kaylee,
Can't do less
thanks
than
for
3
showing us
hours.
your beautiful face.
I mean, why not? I got done eating, so.
You may be released if you'd like, if you don't have to sign things and we have a quorum.
Miss all the gossip?
yeah, right.
Signing things? I'm okay. I'll stay.
Okay, good. Okay, so request for a change of NEMRIC cloud administrator. This is what Rebecca was talking about. The Warren Select Board hereby requests that the New England Municipal Resource Center update its records and system permissions to reflect the following change in cloud administration access for the town of Warren. Appoint Rebecca Campbell, town administrator, as the cloud administrator for all NEMRIC systems used by the town of Warren, and remove Dana Lasias from the role of cloud administrator effective immediately. This request is made to ensure appropriate administrative oversight, continuing of operations, and alignment with the town's current organizational structure and internal controls. The Select Board affirms that Rebecca Campbell, in her capacity as town administrator, is authorized to manage user access, permissions, and administrative functions within the town's NEMRIC systems. Will this change when we get a new treasurer?
No.
You will stay as the administrator and
Correct.
give access to the treasurer.
Correct.
Okay. Move to approve the NEMRIC Cloud Administrator change from Rebecca to Dana?
No.
No, from Dana to Rebecca.
So moved.
Great, thank you.
Second.
Nicely done. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Payroll in the amount of $47,290.75. What'd I do?
You signed on the date.
What was I supposed to sign?
I don't know, I guess up here.
Next to your name, next to your title.
Sorry.
Sorry. I didn't create it, so.
47,290.75 for payroll. Move to approve.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Julie did it.
She forgot to sign the other one, but yeah, she reviewed them for me.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, meeting minutes of January 6th and 13th, 6, 13, and 20. Camilla, thank you for looking at those. Harvey looked at one, I think. I appreciate everybody's help in getting those edited.
Move to approve the minutes of January 6th, 13th, and 20.
Nice job.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
And then you can sign.
And, sorry,
Julie forgot to sign it. She'll sign it
that's it, team.
on the back.
Do we
No
have
licenses, no.
no licenses? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Wow.
Motion
Yeah.
to
So
adjourn.
moved.
Yeah, second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Bye.
Aye.
Bye.